All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to moving to Germany. 5 rights I have in Germany that would be illegal in the United States. Jump in.
Hey everybody, this is Justin, and I'm going to tell you about some things that are legal in Germany but will be very legal in America. Let's go. There are no speed
Yo, what's up with that intro? What's up with that intro, man?
limits. That's probably my first question when I go back to America. Are there speed limits in Germany? The quick answer is yes, there are. But there are some spots on the Autobahn where you really can drive as fast as you want. And you see some people, they take
Oh, that's
advantage
good.
of it, going up to 200 kilometers per hour, maxing out their speed pedometer, and just driving as fast as they want. However, there are still rules for Autobahn in certain spots where there is no speed limit. It's not everywhere. And a lot of these places now, because roads need to be fixed, you might get on a drive maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes in certain spots, and then you'll make it to a construction spot. But there are certain situations where you can test how fast your car can go. Now, I know I'm going to some Americans say they do it anyway. I'm talking about legally doing it, not driving fast and hoping a cop does not see you. I mean, actually, you see a cop, you can wave at the cop, and you just keep driving. Drinking in public.
Yeah, it's a true one. Yeah.
Now, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink one, never tasted one drop, except for if you count in Germany, there's a lot of pieces of chocolate that have alcohol in it. You ask a German if there's alcohol in it, they say, no, it's not any. Then you taste like, blah, blah, blah. And they say, oh, well, it's just a little bit. Okay, so other than the accidental drinking of alcohol in candy or in some type of cake or something,
Alcohol and candy. What is that all about? That's a new one. I never heard that before.
I don't drink alcohol. I can give you lots of reasons why I don't. But for the people that do drink alcohol responsibly, you do not have to hide it in public. You can come off of work, grab you a beer at the local kiosk or grocery store, because you can buy beer everywhere, and you can just start drinking it and just relax while you're waiting for the bus, while you're waiting for the train, while you're sitting on the bus or train, or while you're walking. If you decide to walk home, you can drink your beer. You don't have to hide it in a paper bag like you would in USA.
Yeah,
No
that's
one
that's very common. People tend to put their beers inside the paper bag. Yep. Nope.
will say anything to you. That is your right here in Germany. In America, it's totally different. You are not allowed to drink in public. Now, there might be some individuals say they do it, but I'm talking about legally able to do it. Since I'm on the subject of drinking, the drinking age in Germany is 5 years less than in America. Yes, at 16, children are legally allowed to drink beer, sparkling wine, and wine, even without the parents being around. They can go in the store and buy beer, at least according to what I just read. Once again, there probably be some Americans say, well, I do that at my house anyway. I got to legally. Key word here is
Yeah, good point.
legally. Cops will not say anything to you. The ordering someone will say anything to you or your parents, and you can drink. Hopefully, you don't get drunk.
And I think the reason we don't do this in the United States is because our culture is not disciplined to do so. We're too close, too crazy, too degenerate. I mean, we don't have the discipline to just drink moderately, right? 16, man, I don't think the United States has that discipline. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
The freedom to roam. In Germany, they have the ability to roam public and private land whenever they decide to go for a walk or go hiking. That means that even though there's a lot of land here in Germany that is owned just like in America, if I see a big wide open space, it is my right to want to, or it is my right to be allowed to roam in those areas. I was actually wondering, how is Germany able to provide so much opportunity for people like me to go hiking? And I even saw signs where I feel like, oh man, am I walking on private land? It doesn't matter. As long as I'm not in somebody's front yard or backyard in that
Mm,
close proximity. And no, they would normally have those areas fenced in. But everywhere else, if it's just a big, wide open area, I
you can.
can walk through it. I can explore it. I can be as curious as I want and see it all. Now, in America, we have a saying, curiosity killed the cat. Now, you can take that just as a saying, or you can even take that literally. If you walk on someone's private land and they have
Oh,
some no trespassing signs, there might be some fool, or I shouldn't say that word, there might be someone that might take advantage of that or use the opportunity to say that you're trying to steal something. And if you're on somebody else's property, they might
yeah.
do something that we don't want to discuss.
Yeah, I didn't understand this before, but now I understand it. Even though in Germany you can have a private property, but if it's like dozens of acres of land, it's open, you have the right to just walk over the land. And in the United States, it's people are stupid, so they'll say, "No, that's my private land." Blah.
But in Germany, you just have that natural right to just free to roam. And I think that's something that America should explore because we
Yeah,
have a lot of privately owned land. I even looked this up to just see what is it really like. And I even read that even though we have so much coastline in America, for example, so much beaches, 70% of it is privately owned. I mean, it's like, wow, we limit ourselves and yes, we have the right to own stuff. And if it's mine, it's mine. But in Germany, you say, okay, well, yes, it's somebody else's, but you have the right to share it. Now, how does Germany mitigate, make sure no one creates a lot of damage? Is they do create walking paths through these areas. So I think, and most people stick to these walking paths. They don't stray off. Now, someone asked me, so why is it like that in America? And I think in America, the reason why it's really like that is I think there's more of a chance of being sued. So I gave the example of
yeah, good
if
point.
I'm walking on somebody's private land and I step in a gopher's hole and break my ankle, who's at fault?
Yeah, that's
And
he has a great point. Yeah, he does a good point. Like it's just people sue everybody. That's a good point.
in Germany, they're like, well, it's your fault. But at the same time, I think it's not a big problem because your insurance, more than like I mean, you have insurance in Germany. So if you break your ankle, you don't have to worry about missing work because your insurance is going to take care of you. They're going to pay for your missed days of work, and your insurance is going to cover your accident. So the America, if I go into somebody's private land and I break my ankle, there's probably a good chance I can sue that landowner, even though he had nothing to do with it. I can probably sue that landowner. And I give you the example of someone broke into someone's house, fell down and got injured, and they sued the owner of the house, even though they were trying to rob that person. You can do that in America. In Germany, you can't do something like that. That's silly. They're just looking at me like, that's silly. So I think that's where it comes down to the liability.
Yep.
But like I said, in Germany, because everyone has insurance, and if you fall down on someone's private land and you got hurt, even though, and it's your fault, you're not going to think about it because you just go to your own insurance. They'll pay for it. If you have to take workman's comp, meaning you have to miss days, your insurance is going to cover it. So you don't even have to think about what will happen. Whereas in America, people are so afraid of being sued or this, that, and the other that, and people don't have insurance. That's why we just say, nope, stay off of private land in America. It's so crazy. Last one is one that I think I hope no one really experiences, but there are people that do go to jail. And in Germany, you have the right to break out of jail and you will not get in trouble. Now, what does that mean? When I heard this rule that Germans have the right to break out of jail, I was like, what? What? So basically what that means is that in Germany, we do have the right to be free. And you would think that'd be a standard rule across the world, and it is somewhat, where we have the right to break free, and just like an animal locked in a cage, no human wants to be locked up in a cage. And so if you try to attempt to break out and you are successful, that is your human nature to want to be free. Out of jail here in Germany, they're just doing a natural born instinct to break out and want to be free. And if they are caught again, and hopefully they are caught again, there will be no time added to their sentence. Now, if they do cause another crime or
Yeah.
hurt someone, then that time will be added to the sentence. But just their human nature to want to be free would not be cause them to be penalized. In America, oh, they will penalize you for trying to break out and being successful. They will really, really penalize
They'll
you.
be
And
pissed.
I see it from both sides. You want to try to detour people from trying to break out, and so that's one of the consequences. Where in Germany, it's like, no, that's your human nature, and we are instinctive, just like animals. We're going to try to make ourselves free, and so they don't penalize it. And I see the advantage of that. Um, yeah. So these are the five things that I feel like that
Very
are
good. He went. He's very good video. I think some of them points. Yeah, he's right. And when it comes down to even the private property here, they're handling very different compared to Germany. Um, and also, I have to mention this: um, the age of consent, not the consent of drinking. In my opinion, we don't have it as low because we are still very responsible when it comes down to personal accountability. It's not in their culture yet, and you can see it how people, you know, you can see it all over. We're not ready for something like that, and I'm glad that Germany is in a position that they can handle that. They can handle that. Yep, these are five rights that I he has in Germany that don't have it in the United States. I agree. Some of these are very practical, and it makes sense. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.